yeah, today we achieved almost nothing. So we had an engine that was nicely tucked in the corner and a car that was really light to push around. Now we have an engine inside the car that doesn't run, it doesn't fit, and the car is really hard to push. Alright, let's try and put the clutch in. Well, the gearbox. Clutch is already. Alright. I swear this is the first time I'm trying to do that. No, I lied. I did it a couple of times. Alright, so engine mount's in place, gearbox is in place. Yup, clutch works. Well, it has friction. So it's time to slap that in there. Maybe just scooch too much. So there she is. The engine is inside the car out after a lot of struggle. I think the engine mounts that it has on the side of the block, I think they're wrong. They came out of a 202, but as you can see, the engine sits a lot higher than it needs to be. I know that the gearbox is right now on the ground, but still that is just gonna give the back angle. So I think I'm gonna call my favorite people from Kangaroo's team, so they can send me some engine mounts for 6-cylinder engine inside the 201, sorry. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and order a clutch from them as well, so we can be safe. So yeah, today we achieved almost nothing. So we had an engine that was nicely tucked in the corner and a car that was really light to push around. Now we have an engine inside the car that doesn't run, it doesn't fit, and the car is really hard to push. We have a little bit more space over there, but the engine stand is still there, so it's still taking the space. Today we're working backwards, but that's alright. I'll call my friends from Kangaroos, get some engine mounts ordered. I think that will fix the problem. And I think also the drive shaft is right now holding the whole engine assembly, and the gearbox, everything is holding it at the front. So tomorrow I'm gonna try and take the drive shaft off and try and position everything back in, and see once it goes into the slot where the engine mount sits. That's like a half centimeter, and then we'll see how it sits anyway. As long as it's mounted and it's not gonna fall off on the sway bar and crack the oil pan, I'm good with that for now. It's see you tomorrow. Okay, quick update on the drift car. These I have to shorten for first and second. Well, for the first row and the second row. This is fifth and reverse. This I just shortened over here where the adjustment is. Everything is bolted, the drive shaft, the speed cable. This is where the exhaust needs to be built from. You can see the engine mounts that I built. So it's sitting about a way a standard one would sit, I think. Not too bad. So yeah, underneath everything is done. Clutch pump is back in place. We can go and have a look at the front, what we need to do. So the front, the plan is tidy up the wiring loom, tidy up over here. I'm gonna need to disconnect all that, we don't need it. The new ECU is gonna sit over there, and we need to plug into that relay. I mean, in fact, that relay we can just remove it because we're gonna have additional one that's gonna be running all that stuff. Right, the front of the car is gonna be a little bit tricky. What I'm probably going to do is chop it over here and over here, build a mounting plates for the bash bar, and then of the side I'm gonna make a loop that will hold the radiator in place, so we can get the radiator mounted nicely. I'm gonna try to space it a little bit off the front of the engine. We could probably go back a little bit, but for now I'm just gonna leave it as it is. In the future, I'm not even sure if the engine mounts are gonna hold up the way I build them. So in the future I might just go and buy the kit that Kangaroo Steam sells, which can put the engine like 15 or 20 mil closer to the firewall. But yeah, this is going to be removed, that grill is going to be removed. There's no point having it. What I'm going to do is make a plate over here and bring a tubular frame around the front, which can be unbolted. So if something happens, we just unbolt this, unbolt the bash bar and build it again, basically. Hopefully we don't need to do that many times, but in case something happens, you know, we can do that. I need to plumb the petrol lines back in here into the fuel rail, which is probably going to be the next thing I do. I need to cut this pipe over here and put it into the head. Other thing what we need to do, yes, we need to run a pipe from here all the way to the valve so we can have heater in case it's raining and the windows start misting, or we need extra cooling. This can just plop back in there because I have put you know, the original alternator that used to be on the car. What else? Yeah, I need to plumb in the power steering, and I need to find a way to fix the vacuums on the car, because right now we don't have vacuum brakes. Also, by the way, I made a mistake over here which I need to correct. What happens when you build a wiring loom in 1 day, 2 days, and then basically I have put in this car probably like 3 days of work, which when you're building something and you want it professionally done and, you know, well done, you need to spend a little bit more time than that. But hey, it is what it is. That's the only time I have to work on the car, so we make mistakes, we fix the mistakes, and we get back on it. That's the only way to do it right now. So yeah, let me plumb in some like hoses, and then we're gonna start chopping so we can make a radiator mount for the car. It's a beautiful sunny day today, so today is the day to finish the front of the car and maybe do a burnout by the evening. I don't know, we'll see.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.